Are you ready? The show's about to start. Everything NBL1 West, fixtures, results, and updates is right here. Fast Break Radio, sponsored by Buckets Basketball, Bass Compression, and Hoop With 'em.
Hello and welcome to Fast Break for this week in the NBL1 West. And my name's Jake Singleton. I'm here hosting. And, as usual, your normal host. And, we've got a huge round to go through, round 8 and then also round 9, as we always do on the show. Very excited. We've got some great guests this week as well, as always. And, first off, have to shout out to my sponsors, Bass Compression, Buckets Basketball, and Hoop With 'em. So check them out on their socials and support them. Like I said, very, very big show. We always have on Fast Break, but there's some huge news. We got some couple of big news in the women's division. That's why we're going to start off there. And joining me, Alaska Rhebok from the Perth Redbacks. Alaska, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Oh, good. And I guess for you, the big story really, not being able to play this year, finishing the season with an injury. A really, really great team you guys had last year at the Redbacks, and even some really good key pieces this year. But I guess let's start off with you. How are you feeling with your injury? And I guess it was a tough, to finish the season, but then also winning Youth Player of the Year also, which is a huge accomplishment, and you should definitely be proud of that one. Talk about how you're feeling and how it is. I should have asked you before. Is it with your ACL?
Yes, ACL. Yeah. It's feeling really good. And I can't wait to be out there. It's almost 10 months now. So, it's been a while, but I think finishing off with the injury, obviously it's pretty sad. Like no one should ever really have to go through that. But I think winning that award, it was so surreal, and it actually made me feel so much better. And I was so grateful for it. And it really meant a lot to be recognized by all the coaches and captains and things like that. So, it's been a slow process, and, but it's been pretty rewarding, and, I'm grateful for it. And, if I could choose, I probably would do it again. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to quickly talk about your recovery. I don't know, I haven't spoke to you yet about it. I know we've touched on it a little bit off air, but, there's hopefully soon we can get you back on the court, but it'll definitely be this season. Is there maybe a little bit of a timeline? You don't need to go too far into it, but how's your recovery looking, and hopefully your return this year?
Yeah, for sure. It's looking like a month-ish, give or take. Yeah, mm-hmm. So I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to be back out on court with the team. They mean so much to me, and I've been through so much with them, and they've been such great support, and the coaches as well. So, I can't wait to get out with them.
And talk about maybe at training, what have you been doing? I guess maybe, I don't know if you've been doing 5-on-5 stuff, or if you, are getting into gameplay, kind of where are you at in that process as well?
Yeah. So I'm starting gameplay full 5-on-5 this week. So cool. It's just adjusting and getting back in and getting the feel for it again. But it's all feeling really good, and I'm really excited that the hard work's been paying off.
Yeah, well, congratulations. It's great. And as well, a tough injury. We all know about how hard an ACL injury is. You've done a great job. And your girls, I guess a little bit depleted, as we know about Anna Lee, which we can talk about not being there. Patty Brosman not being there as well, losing that show in the off season. She's been in the UK, so her season is still going. I think there's a few finals games to go, but they're 2-6 for the season. What have you seen maybe so far? I guess you're there supporting the girls. What do you like about the team that's been put together this year?
We're all really close to each other, and we're really pride ourselves on being a big family. And I think that's something that really stands out about us Redbacks, is we're all there for each other. It's been hard the start of the season, but we look at it, and we watch the film back, and we all see what we can do to help the team.
Well, let's quickly talk about Anna Lee, because she's been spending some time in the WNBA. She was playing in China at the start of the season, so you girls didn't have her. She came back for one game. Like we all know, the career high, well, not career high, I guess maybe one of her career highs, well, definitely the WNBL, NBL1, my bad. But 65 points, 17 rebounds, most points ever scored by a male or female in the NBL1 West, which is huge. 65 points. Quickly, like when you were watching that, were you, I guess, surprised? But how did you feel about watching her, make history?
It was so crazy. I think I was watching it and like she was just on fire. She wasn't missing. And I think at halftime, I asked one of our coaches and sports staff, like, how many points does she have? They were like, oh, like 30 something. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it got to like the start of the fourth quarter and everyone's like, she's got 50, she's got 50. I was like, I just like I didn't even realize like she just kept making them, and it was like a great show to watch. And yeah, she's an amazing player. So it was crazy to see that in person.
Well, yeah, she was with the New York Liberty. Unfortunately, got released from New York, and then she actually got picked back up in the WNBA by Mercury as well, Phoenix Mercury, and sadly she's been released again. And I've seen a lot of not hate, but a lot of upset fans, especially American fans or of those clubs. Like, why are you releasing her? A lot of Aussies getting around her as usual because how she's been playing, she's definitely deserved a spot in the WNBA. I've been seeing a lot online about how kind of unforgiving they are in a way. They do release players pretty easily and let players go. But yeah, I guess for you girls, I don't know how it's going to go if you're going to get her back. But how would it mean? Well, what would it mean for you and the girls to maybe get Annalie back?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. I mean, I just want to say like I feel so bad for her. Like she's really proved herself in the WNBA. But I guess it just shows that, at the end of the day, they're a business, I guess. And like, it's quite hard, I think, for her. So, I really feel for her, but having her back, if she does come back would be, I mean, amazing, like amazing person, amazing player. So I'm really looking forward to see her back. And she'll do amazing things for the team in terms of points, rebounding, like everything.
Like imagine like you get her back and then also you back because they, the girls do need you. Being the youth player of the year, you had a great year last year, and even a couple of years, coming into that starting lineup and kind of 6-woman position at Warwick. You know what I mean? Like, progressing in your career. You're going to be a huge in for the girls. But imagine if we have Annalie back as well. And I guess it's like a really a tough subject because you guys want her back, but the club and you girls, I guess, want the best for her. So I guess it's kind of a hard middle, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, we really just want what's best for her. And like, I would be so happy to see her kill her in the WNBA, or if she ends up doing another overseas gig. And like, if she doesn't end up back here, like, we focus on ourselves and we move on to what we can control. But yeah, I think it would be great to have her back in NBL1 as well.
Yeah, so hopefully Annalie, wherever she is, we wish her luck and I know you girls would, and you girls would be watching her career so far, like really closely. And hopefully she's okay. And she's got so much talent. She's crazy. Yeah. So, but we'd love her back here. If not, that's okay. And I know she'd be a big in for your girls. But I really want to quickly ask you about Sam Ashby. She's been such a great pickup after playing for Great Britain, playing in Germany, and also playing in the SLB league, which is the English league. 23 points a game, 7 rebounds. You've been able to watch a lot of the games, except when they've been traveling. I think it was to Kalgoorlie. You're at home. But what do you think what do you like about kind of Sam being added to this roster this year?
Oh, she's been huge for us. Like, absolutely huge. She's come in and, she's really put us on her back, and, she's been incredible putting like her points up on defense, like even rebounding, she's been doing it all. And she's an amazing teammate and player. So, we're really grateful to have her in, and help us get through the season, the start of the season, and get us some wins.
And then also like Shanae Hartree, who for a long time Perth Redback, and grown up at that club, 14 points a game, 5 rebounds. And she's having a strong season and always a really reliable teammate.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Shanae's amazing. She was came back last year from her ACL, so you know, she's really like found her feet, and, you know, she's been producing really well for our team. So it's been great to see her go like that.
And then also, you know, bring in Olivia Berry this year,
Mm.
who was with the Suns for the past couple of years. Lanisha Patton is still doing her thing with your girls. Amy Borchett has come in from Kalgoorlie, and also like Sophie Doran back again. So a very strong team. And we were still waiting for Paddy Brosman. She's going to bring so much to this team. And as well, I wanted to touch on Rhea Thompson. I know this year not being, I think, in the playing group. You know, I think you mentioned she was helping out coaching a little bit. She's still around the group, if I'm correct.
Yeah. She's an assistant coach.
Yeah, and as well with her, you know, if the league must know about Rhea, because Rhea's done 3, 4. I think it was 3. We mentioned
3,
ACL injuries, and I thought we should touch on her. And I guess, how has she been for your recovery? Because she would definitely be someone to, I guess, look up to, but someone to go to for advice. Have you been kind of speaking to her about your injury?
For sure. I mean, Ray is like my go-to person, like in the team. Like she really gets it, and she's so supportive. I really like couldn't ask for anyone better. Like, she has been there for me like the whole time. And obviously doing 3 herself. Her last one was a similar timeline to mine. I think she's about 6 weeks behind me. So we've been doing a lot together. She's so supportive and amazing. Like, yeah, she's an assistant coach, so I'm glad to see her still with the team.
Yeah, definitely a big addition to the coaching staff, and that's great. Ray is a great person. I've commentated and coached against her as well. Always a great person, and she's done well with her career from what the cards she's been dealt. So congratulations to her as well. Well, we could see her as a new coach. Maybe that could be what she's doing. But congratulations to her. I guess the big story which we can talk about really was the big win for your old team, the Warwick Senators, beating the Coburn Cougars, 406-day streak, winning streak. That's crazy. And you must be proud of your old team, especially to do that against a tough Coburn side.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's an amazing win, a great win. And, you know, they not only beat them, but beat them by quite a lot, I think it was. So,
21.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, congrats to them. It's amazing show out. Yeah,
that'd be a tough pill to swallow, especially your first loss in, was it 406 or something, whatever, days, and it's not. It's, you know, you lose by 21. Yeah. So even any loss, I guess, would be tough to swallow in that circumstance. But congratulations to Warwick, and we'll go to that game in a minute. We'll start off for round 8 this week, as we had a lot of games and a lot of great games. And firstly, on Friday, it was the Coburn Cougars getting a win against the East Perth Eagles, 91-81. And in this one, Jill Williams top scored 16.6 rebounds. Sierra Walker, 14 points for her. J.S. Kafidi with 13. Danny Rhebok with 13 and 6 rebounds. And then Jessie Edwards also with 12 and 7. Still very productive. You know, you got your starters averaging, or not averaging, but a lot of them, you know, with double digits. Darcy Garvin as well coming off the bench, which is huge, you know, having, you know, a former Opal like her, 15 points, 8 rebounds. So, you know, they do lose Alex Gibertoni, who's moving over east, which is interesting. We'll move into Adelaide. She signed over there. I think it was West Adelaide Bearcats, or I think it was, if I'm correct. So. One of their teams. And then also signing with the Lynx as well. So, which is very interesting. I thought she might sign with the Lightning or something.
Yeah.
But that's great. We've retained her in that way. And then for East Perth, a team, which I'll ask you about this team in a sec. Sarah Mortensen, 19 and 8 against her old side. It was Wright as well with 18 points. Brooke Malone with 16 and 7. Stacey Barr with 15 and 10. And Jewel Williams. Jade Williams with 7 and 7. What did you think about when this East Perth Eagles team got put together? Because Mortensen, Wright, Malone, Stacey Barr, an old teammate of yours. Which I didn't see this coming. I did not see her leaving Warwick. I thought she might finish her career in Warwick. And then Jade Williams, a former Duke alum. What did you think about when Janelle Morley, you know, kind of put this team together?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it coming together and I was like, wow, you know, they're looking scary. And even secure Stacey Barr from Warwick, I think that's huge. Her leaving after so long is crazy, and like that's a huge secure for Janelle. So yeah, big shout out to her. Like that team is amazing. And
Mm.
they've shown it, only losing by 10 it was to Coburn. So yeah, they're an amazing team. So it's going to be great to
Yeah.
watch them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a big win for Coburn. As we mentioned, they did lose on Saturday, which we'll go through. We'll go to your girls' games, going back down to the Lightning this weekend. 60-79 win for the Lightning. Sam Ashby, top scoring for your girls, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 steals though for her. Shanae Hartree with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and then Sophie Doran with 5 points in this one. Maya Demandlig as well, playing some good minutes, 16 minutes, 7 points for her. And then for Lakeside, Esmeralda Morales, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. She's been such a strong player this year. And then also their import, Delaney Crawford, I think it's about her second game or so, 14 and 11. And then Kiara Hawaii-Orangi with 13 and 7. I guess, I don't know if you were at the game. I think it was at home. Yeah, it was at Belmont. So supporting your girls. Tough loss. What do you think? I know you're not a coach, but what do you think that your girls can take out of this win, out of this loss for next week? What do you think they can take out of it?
Yeah, I think, it was a bit disappointing for us. I think it was definitely a winnable game. But, I think we watch the film and, we see what we need to work on and, we focus on ourselves. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's just about focusing on what we can do. Like they shot really well. I think another point of that was trying to win the boards. I think we lost them. So yeah, it's focusing on those things and, putting them into practice at training and then implementing it in the game. Yeah.
And then also Perry Lakes Hawks versus Warwick. I was commentating this one at Bendat Basketball Centre, 80-76. Emily Beggs, a really big game for her, 19 points and 7 assists. Bridget Retstadt with 13 and 6. She fouled out in this one. Maddie Zugner with 9 points. And also it was Eva Smith, who was really big off the bench, 16 points. She hit, I think it was like 3 threes, I think it was, if I'm correct. 4 from 6 as well.
Wow.
And, Hawks were down quite a bit. I think they were down by 15 at most to the Senators. And they came right back and really got, I think it was about 2-3 points. And I might have forgot, maybe if they've tied the game at one point, but it was a really big game. And then Kaina Weir, she hit some massive shots as well to keep the lead for the Senators. 19 points for her. Jada Clark with 13 and 7, and then Mackenzie Klitsch-Hoykard 13 and 5, and then Kiara Waite as well with 13 and 6. Chloe Forster just the 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. But you've played with Chloe, you've played with these girls. And you'd know Chloe kind of better than me, I guess. But I feel like with this team, she doesn't always have to score. I don't know if you feel the same. She doesn't have to score. People were saying to me, Chloe didn't play this well. Chloe does not need to go out and score 25 or 20 every game. Kiana had a great game. Jada does her thing. Mackenzie can also hit some big shots and have big games we've seen. I feel like it's just whoever's feeling it. And, Chloe was distributing, playing great defense, being in the right spots. Missed a couple of shots she might hit, but, she's an MVP candidate for me. So I think just her presence, her being on the team, even if she does have 7 points, is huge. And then also before I ask you about, I guess, Chloe, actually the first game for their import, Greta Camp-Schroeder, who is the partner of Will Cheddar, who's playing for the men's team. So Greta had a good game, her first game as well, 9 points for her. Great to have her on the team. Very exciting player. Very excited to see how she goes. But going back to Chloe, I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like she's a great distributor. I'm not worried about this 7-point game from her.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Chloe's amazing. She doesn't have to have the ball in her hand to be effective, and that's something that's really great about her is she shows up in almost every area of the stat sheet. So she's an amazing player and benefits that Warwick side extremely well. So. Good job for those Senators girls. And for you, I wanted to quickly ask you, how hard was it for you to leave the Senators? Because I feel like you came up from there. I think it was your junior club as well. It would be really hard to leave them. But kind of, if you can elaborate on it, what was kind of the reasoning for you to leave Warwick, and kind of was it a hard decision for you? Of course, it was a hard decision. I mean, I think it's it's all as I think I was 18, and it's all when you leave. So, I guess for me, it was a factor of who I guess wants to develop me, and where am I gonna be put into places that I can perform in. And Tim reached out to me, and he was great, and I liked it, and he showed a lot of confidence in me, and my performance. And yeah, so at the end of the day, it was a really hard decision, but sometimes you have to think for yourself. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You got to do what makes you happy and what
Yeah.
you think's best for you, definitely. But I know you love Warwick, and I know they're very special to you, and because you had a great time, coming up the ranks. And I think, I've always looked at Willetton to be the team and the club that produces some really good young talent. But I feel like Warwick in the last few years have really produced talent. And they look at yourself, kind of Weir as well. I know she went off to East Perth for a year, and even Chloe herself, and more. So they're actually producing and doing a great job with their juniors. So as you would know, but Warwick as well, getting that win, as we mentioned, ending that streak for the Cougars, 97-76, 21-point win in this one. And someone I've really, really enjoyed watching is Jada Clark. 33 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. She just really improved. And like I said, in this one, anyone can really have a big game. Anyone can have a big game for them, and that's why they're so dangerous. And Jada was a huge signing to get her back from Perry Lakes, Alaska.
Yeah. She's like an amazing player. Like she's similar to Chloe, she does it all. I mean, I think she's a great point guard. Pass first. She rarely looks for her own shot. I think she just lets it come really naturally. So I think she's a great signing again, and I think what that Warwick team has, all their starting 5 is WNBL talent. So they're an amazing team, and if someone isn't, say, performing in their usual stats in that night, someone else always takes over and does it all. So yeah, of course, a really talented team.
Yeah, and Chloe, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and also Mackenzie Conchoicard with 10 and 9, Kiara Waite with 13 and 3. And Nat Burton didn't play in both games. You also mentioned they have Nat Burton on the bench. And then Izzy Miotti didn't play on the Friday, but she played on Saturday. So even someone like Izzy, who's loves to frustrate other players and get physical, and such a big... this team, they're one of my favorite teams, and that's no disrespect to you and Redbacks, but I do love this team, and I've commentated a lot of their games, so I've been able to see them a lot. Jessie Edwards as well, 28 and 9 for her. Jewel Williams with 12 and 5, and then 11 points for Danny Rhebok. So a very, very big win for the Senators, and they needed that. They needed that kind of boost of confidence. And then also at Arena Joondalup, the Wolves going down to the Goldfields Giants, and Goldfields, I think it's only their 5th season in the league, and they're making some noise. They're sitting in 5th position at the moment. For the Wolves, Jemiah Morris, 16 and 13. AJ Johnson with 10.6 rebounds. And then it was really, really good to see Rosie Deegan playing her first game. I don't know how long that it's been, but it's been a few years. And then, her out of the league. I think she was playing a bit of footy as well. She got drafted by the Eagles, I think it was. She's been in and out, and then injuries as well, but that's great, a great in for them. 14 points in her first game as well. So great to see her back out there. But someone who I feel like is a strong MVP candidate as well is Sierra Moore, 23 points, 13 rebounds. Delaney Byrne as well, 22 points, 10 rebounds. And Yam as well with 13 points. So very, very big win for them. And then also for the Willetton Tigers, they took on the Rockingham Flames. The Flames getting an 86-70 win. And they've been playing really great basketball as well, the Flames. Ruby Porter for Willetton, 19.6 assists. There was Calvert, their import, 17 and 8. And then they also got a new import this week, a new signing, Nija Collier. She's played, I think she played with Zaya Black and Emma Gandini, if I'm not correct, if I am, in the SLB, so in the UK. So at least she knows a few players. 8 points, 10 rebounds in her first game. So yeah, as they're not sure if they're going to get Fowler back, so maybe they've kind of done that, which is, I'd say, a good move. You'd have to do it now or kind of never in a way. So, so that's a tough one not having her, but bringing in Collier, which will be good to kind of still early in the season, so she can incorporate herself with the team. And then Tej Morrell, 25 and 10. Sarah Puckett as well with 21 and 7. Amy Atwell, 20 points, 3 rebounds. Steph Berberabe with 9 points. And I think it was this one. No, actually, they played on Sunday as well. Tiana Wilson-Palmer played her 100th game as well, so congratulations to her. That's a tough kind of three. Tej Morrell, Sarah Puckett is, I know she's new to the league, but she's shown she's a great player. And then Amy Atwell. So, they're a team to watch out for. Definitely, and I think they always are. And then a very, very big win for the Suns, 80-71 against the Mandurah Magic. It was Hull, their import, 20 and 16. Gabby Bronson, with 19.7 rebounds. Alyssa Bowen as well, 13 and 7. And Yumi Knoll as well with 7 points. In this one, Michaela Pivic, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. Had some big games since she's been in the league. And then Claire Jacobs with 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. And then, like I said, there was a game on Sunday, the Rockingham Flames getting a big win against the Giants. Like I said, maybe a favourite. I thought the Giants really had improved and shown, still being in 5th position, that they're doing a great job. But, they came up against the Flames and not enough kind of man or firepower to get this win. But Puckett with 25 and 4 rebounds, and Atwell with 20 and 4, Tej Morrell with 16 and 11, and then Steph Berberabe with 13. So that's an impressive team. And then Sierra Moore with 20 and 5, Yam with 14 and 2, and Delaney Byrne with 13 and 11. And that's all the games for round 8 for this week in the NBL1 West. But Alaska, what do you think about kind of the level that we've got in the league? We've got so many WNBL players. You've also played with the Perth Lynx as well, and played in front of big crowds and everything like that, and worked out with their development kind of side. But what do you love about going up against WNBL talent?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I think this league has grown so much, and the talent here is now like unbelievable. I mean, it just shows, with Annalie and Alex Fowler and Ali Wilson all over in the WNBA now, and getting good time. So it really just shows how much exposure the NBL1 is getting, and how much our league has grown. So it's really great to see.
So many talented players, and even young players like yourself coming up, and like Chloe as well. I can just talk about many more, but I did forget, which I forget every week. I did have my interview with Kiana Weir after her 80-76 win against the Prairie Lakes Hawks. I'm going to pop that in right now. Here with Kiana Weir. Kai, what a game, and a big game, especially away, and against a Hawks team that were, really, really, on your back. They wanted to get this win. They needed some wins as well this season. But you girls came up and prevailed. How are you feeling after that one?
Feeling pretty positive about that one. I think we needed to go into tomorrow winning that game. I feel like we're moving the ball a lot better. It's nice to have a new addition, Greta, in our team. So I think we're just finding the feel for our team still. Obviously, it's pretty early in the season, but it was really nice to get that win.
And as you mentioned, Greta, I was going to ask you about her. Greta coming from Michigan, and also in Germany. She played with Katie Jones, as we know, who's former senator, and Lakeside Lightning. But what do you think she's going to bring to this team?
I think she's a nice combo guard. She can play on the perimeter, but she's also really good at posting up. And man, her defense is elite. I felt tonight, us just scramming on defense, she was always there. And she's just a lovely person, so it's always nice when someone comes in and they're just got a nice soul.
And you were feeling really good from the three-point line, 6 from 7, and for most of the game, you were 100%. So how does it feel when it's just going right for you?
It was nice tonight. I feel like the first part of the season I just haven't been able to shoot very well. Just had a bit of a finger injury. But no, I've been shooting well, so I've been happy about that.
Well, Kai, great game, and great to see you top scoring, 19 points, and congrats on the win.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, great to talk to Kai, a teammate or a former teammate of yours, and also played at East Perth for 1 year. Alaska, is there anyone in the league that you've kind of looked up to? I guess you could say Anna Lee, or even any players that you've really looked up to and you're like, I really want to kind of be like that player, or have helped you on your journey?
Oh gosh, I feel like there's so many. I guess in NBL1, through Warwick, it would be, Chloe, Stacey Barr. The year that Leonie was here, she was huge. I looked up to her so much. Yeah, crazy now that she's starting in the WNBA, so she's huge now. So she was definitely someone I looked up to. Through like Amy Atwell as well, and Ali Wilson. At Lynx they were huge, and Annalie. They're all amazing players, obviously, and amazing people as well. So there have been so many people I've looked up to.
Well, as well, let's talk about you getting the chance to play with the Lynx and also be kind of a development player for them also. How was that when you got the call to be playing with the Lynx and you get to train with them and I guess be part of their roster?
Yeah, it was huge. I think I was pretty surprised at the time. I got to play at Hoops Fest, which was huge, and it was so cool. And then, getting to train with them for the last 2 seasons have been amazing. So amazing as well. You learn so much. And it's like a huge shout out to, the players for not only investing their time into the sport, but also into the younger players. It's been amazing, huge. Yeah.
And someone who I guess would have taught you a lot would have been Ryan Petrick, head coach of the Lynx.
Yes.
Of the Lynx. And he's also coaching in the NBL1 West with Rocco. I guess what do you love about getting coached by? I guess I feel like he's one of the best coaches in Australia. And definitely maybe in WA, but he was unfortunately not able to get Coach of the Year in the WNBL this year. Kennedy actually won that one, but what do you like about being able to get coached by someone like Ryan?
It's been amazing. He's an amazing coach, and has such a high basketball IQ. So it's been amazing for him to get all the juniors in and really invest in them. So I'm grateful to him for everything he's done.
Shout out to Ryan. Had him on the show a few weeks ago. Great guy to talk to. He's doing great with the Flames men as well. But quickly, I want to ask, how did you get into basketball? Was it something that came to you early? Was it later on in your life? How did you get into basketball?
I actually started, it must have been domestic, like a year 6 team with my team. Yeah. So I did that, and then I never really took it that seriously. Like, I've always loved it and I love playing, but I really focused on field hockey. So field hockey was actually my main sport. Yeah. Until I was about, I want to say 16. And then from 16, I think, I really started to take basketball more seriously. And then, I stopped hockey. So really since 16, basketball has been my main sport. So, yeah.
And I guess you've done really well at it. And I guess if you can go back to when you first got selected for the NBL1 squad at Warwick, and I don't know if you remember that time, but because it's been so much that's gone on. But do you remember how you felt when you got the chance to, at a very young age as well, to play with or play in the NBL in the NBL?
Yeah. It was so cool. I think it was after a preseason. They bring all the young ones and they choose someone to stay for the rest of the season. So I think I was 15 or 16. I can't quite remember now, but it was so cool. Obviously I was a bit scared. I was like, everyone's so good, and but like they were also welcoming, and like that's a big shout out to Warwick. And it's been amazing, the opportunities that you've gotten.
Definitely. And you've just been growing throughout the years. You're someone that a lot of people have been watching, and I've been able to commentate a lot of your games, and great to see I guess right now, I know you haven't played this year, but I'm very excited for your return, and hopefully, as you said, maybe a month. And yeah, they're really excited to see what you can do this year, and definitely help the girls. But we'll go to this weekend's games coming up for round 9, and we've got some games on Friday and Saturday. And firstly, we've got the Paralakes Hawks at 6:30 taking on the East Perth Eagles, Bendak Basketball Centre. Hawks had a really great showing on the weekend against Warwick, but they are a team that are very interesting. Bridget Retstadt coming over from I think it was the Big V, same as Maddie Zugner, their head coach as well, Marcus Embry, is from the Big V. And a lot of people have been saying, that the Big V is a lower tier to the NBL1, but they brought it to a bunch of girls that are WNBL players. And I think they really work well together. They can beat anyone in this league. I know they're 2-6, but I wouldn't, I'm not going to put it past them. They could beat East Perth, but I'm just going to tip East Perth in this one. Alaska, I don't know if you wanted to put a tip in for yourself.
Yeah, sure. I think I'll agree with you. I think East Perth will probably get this one.
Yeah. And then also the Mandurah Magic at 6:30 at Mandurah Aquatic and Rec Centre, taking on your girls. This is going to be an exciting one. Mandurah have been struggling in the last few games. I guess really the big thing is trying to stop Michaela Pivich. She's been having near triple doubles and triple doubles. Claire Jacobs as well would be up there. But what do you think your girls have to do to get this one against Mandurah?
I think, we focus on ourselves again, and we focus on last game winning the boards, and really focusing on getting good shots that are predictable for us. So yeah, just focusing on what we've practiced in training and implementing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And how excited are you this week to get into 5-on-5? Is it kind of a nervous feeling, I guess, to get on that full maybe transition up and down 5-on-5? Are you excited or kind of nervous to get into it? I'm
so excited. I can't wait. It's Sunday right now. We train tomorrow. So, I'm excited for it. I'm a little bit nervous, but, always with something new, you're a bit nervous. But yeah, I'm really just looking forward to getting out there. It's been such a long time. So yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. You'll be fine. I'm going to go for the Redbacks. I got your girls. I think Sam has been playing some great basketball leading this team. Shanae, I think she's an amazing big for your girls. And then even defensive player like Sophie Doran as well.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of options, but I said, I think with you in the mix, it's going to really improve. I think I'm not just saying because you're on camera. I really think that when you get into this roster, I know you might be a little bit rusty for a few weeks, or just trying to get back to how you were before. But I'm really excited to see you with this roster. But I'm gonna go for the Redbacks, and I guess you're the same.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm definitely I'll go for the Redbacks. Yeah.
I think if you girls can stop Michaela, if Claire maybe has a bad shooting night. And also, I know they're missing Erin Antosh, who's still with a broken nose. So there's a lot not going right for Mandurah at the moment. But I think if you girls can, if Tim can have a good, idea of how to stop those girls, it's going to be easier for you girls to get the win. But that's at Mandurah Aquatic and Rec Centre on a Friday night, and then also Joondalup Wolves taking on the Willetton Tigers. I like this Wolves roster. They got some very, very great players, great imports. But they just haven't been able to put it together, I think. And even, watching their games, they haven't been able to put 4 quarters together. Even in wins, I feel like they have been, really interesting team. Like I said, they got a very, very good roster. But I think I'm going to go with Willetton. This is at Arena Joondalup as well. But Willow have, got their new import. They're kind of getting all their girls together. So I'm going to go with Willow in this one. I don't know what you think.
I think it'll be pretty close, to be honest. I think I might go with Wolves at home.
Yeah,
but I think it will be close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to play at Joondalup as well. They always pack out the stadium and one of the best places to play. Do you remember, or have you played in a huge stadium, maybe even bigger than Joondalup? I think you've represented WA.
I actually, I haven't represented WA, but I did play for Hoops Fest. So That was
true.
huge at RAC. Yeah, so that was huge. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You are right. Actually, Perth or RAC Arena being huge arena, but way bigger than Joondalup. But Joondalup, I guess, is kind of like a maybe a smaller NBL venue in a way. Some teams, but yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Willerton. But as I said, I think they'll get the win. And then the Southwest Slammers on Saturday at home, Eaton Rec Centre, taking on Lakeside. I really like Slammers. I say it every week. I do like them, but then I go against them. So it doesn't really make sense. But I do like them. They've had a 2 wins this season. They've been in all the games. They've been competing. They've got some great imports. But Lakeside, when they're firing and when they're hot, Esmeralda Morales, as you saw, 28 points. She had 40 a couple of weeks ago and then backed it up, I think about 38, 39 points. So she can go off any time. And then you've got, Sam Lubke, Sam Roscoe as well. There's some, really, really good players on that side. So I'm going to go Lakeside in this one, Alaska.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll go Lakeside.
But I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game that Slammers can get. So especially at home, Lakeside with a little bit of a drive to Southwest. So it's going to be a good one on Saturday. And then also the East Perth Eagles hosting the Joondalup Wolves at 5 p.m. Morley Sport and Rec Centre. Very excited for this one. They've already played this season, and I think it was the Wolves actually gave them their first loss, if I'm correct. But yeah, that was actually Sarah Mortensen's first game as well. So I think East Perth are going to want to get this win, and I think East Perth will win it. I know both of them do have a double header. They do have it. Both of them do have a double header. But yeah, that depends. It depends. I guess for you with double headers, I don't know if it takes too much out of you playing on the Friday then Saturday. It's definitely a tough weekend. I think East Perth will get this one. Alaska?
Yeah, for sure. I think double headers are definitely tough. I don't know who was Eagles playing the night before. I know Wolves were playing Willerton.
My bet. Yep. So it was Perry Lakes.
Oh, Perry Lakes. Okay. Ooh, I think it depends on how close the games are, but I reckon I will go for East Perth. Yeah. And I always wonder when you've got to play Giants on a Sunday. Yeah.
How weird are those games? If I know you would have played against them last year and previously, and even with Warwick, but playing and kudos to them. They've got to play on a Saturday night and then mostly turn around on Sunday. It's such a weird time slot, that 11 a.m. game for the women.
Yeah, it is so weird. Yeah, I don't really like the Sunday games, but I mean, huge shout out to Giants. I don't know how they do that. Play on a Saturday and then a Sunday morning straight away and then just drive home. So shout out to them because that's crazy.
Yeah, and then most of the local or the Aussies, they go back to work the next day, which is so hard. And I never actually realised that. I actually spoke to a couple guys when they were in town at the end of the season, and I asked, "Do you guys have jobs, or is this kind of your job?" And they said, "No, I've got to be back to work 7 a.m. the next morning." And the boss isn't lenient about me coming in late, so they do a great job and tough journey for them. And then also Coburn Cougars and the Perry Lakes Hawks. Coburn are going to be upset they lost on the weekend. I think they're gonna get this one at Wally Hagan. But like I said, Perry Lakes, they are a very competitive team. They could surprise some teams this year. So but I'm going to go for Coburn.
Yeah, I agree. I think playing at Coburn's pretty hard, so I'll go for Coburn.
And then also the Goldfields Giants taking on the Eastern Suns. Suns, as we said, had a big win on the weekend, but they've got to travel all the way to Kalgoorlie, Evolution Mining Stadium, 6 p.m. I've got the Giants. I really like Giants. As I said, got some really good imports, so I'm going for the Giants in this one.
Yeah, I like the Giants as well. I think I've got them, yeah.
Yeah, and congratulations to them. They're in 5th position so far this season. They were sitting in top 4 last week. A lot more to come from them. And then also last game of the round for round 9 on Saturday, 6 p.m. I think maybe game of the round. The Rockingham Flames taking on the Warwick Senators, 6 p.m. Mike Barnett Sports Complex. Ooh. This is going to be a hard one to choose from. Wow. I don't know about Nat Burton, how she's going. I guess she's a big out for them. And then Rocco, I guess they do have their full squad. I'm really not sure who I want to pick. I like Warwick. They've always been kind of a favourite for me. And even being able to commentate for them, I feel like I try not to go for a team. That's not my thing. Like I'm mutual with everyone. I love everyone. I love all the teams. But I think because I've been commentating Warwick, I've actually come accustomed to it, and I really like the team.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that I'm going to go Rocco, but I don't know. I don't support no team. I don't support no club. I support everyone. I love everyone. I'm not biased between anyone. Yes. If you asked me maybe 15 years ago when I was playing Wobble for the Joondalup Wolves, yes, I would be biased coming up at Joondalup. But nowadays, I love everyone. So this is hard. This is hard to pick against Warwick. I don't think listeners might have to go back. I don't remember going against Warwick this season. Maybe once before, but rarely do I go against Warwick. But I think Rocco will get this one.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think I want to pick. This is going to be too hard. This is going to be really hard. Maybe I'll go for like a tie and an OT, but I don't know.
OT.
Yeah, I'll go for OT, I think.
Yeah, could be because this is going to be a really, really, really good game.
It will be.
And really like lots of talent, WNBL talent as well on both teams. So if anyone's in Rockingham on the weekend, that's going to be a game to go to, and especially the men's game as well. We've got some huge talent there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really interesting. But anyway, that's all the games for round 9. And for the listeners, for viewers, check out the NBL1 app. You've got all the news, all the games, all the videos, standings, stats, everything you need to keep up with the NBL1. And also you can watch videos as well, watch the games back, condensed games, so much to watch. So check out and download the app. But yeah, Alaska, it's been great to talk to you. I really appreciate your time. I'm super excited for your return. I know a lot of people around the league, kind of in the media side and the commentators, have been speaking about you, and they're really excited for your return. Not to make you nervous or anything, but thank you so much for your time. It's really great to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries. And as I said, good luck for your hopefully this month that you've got. We're really excited to see you back on the court.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for your support. Yeah.
No worries. For the listeners, for the viewers, do not go anywhere. We've got men's NBL1 West action coming up on Fast Break right after this. And now let's talk men's NBL1 West action here in the NBL1 West. And joining me, very excited to get him on the show, and very new to the league. He's been here a couple of weeks and helping the Mandurah Magic, and they're looking really good. It's Michael Christmas. Michael, thank you for joining me, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, good. And how are you enjoying it? I guess, I did say off air, how's Perth? But really, you're in Mandurah. Not too far, though, just about an hour's drive from Perth City, or about near where I am. But what are you loving about being in Mandurah now, man?
Yeah, the area is really nice, and right here by the water, and there's a lot of different little areas that I've been able to explore. And we played in Perth this weekend, so I was able to just hang around there on Sunday actually with my partner, and it was good. It was good to see all the things around there, and around here is just great too, because we live like kind of right on a golf course, so that's also a good view when you're looking outside in the morning and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good. I'm liking it here.
Yeah, did you ever think you'd be playing basketball in Australia?
Oh, never. Yeah, if you would have told me this even a few months ago, like I would never thought that. But I'm great. I'm glad I've been able to come here and play.
Well, I think if I'm correct, you're pretty straight out of college. I think it was last year, 2025 was your last year in college. And, then going, I think it was Sweden, like you said, and then here to Australia. So you're still, new to the, I guess, professional side of your basketball career. But, I guess, this Mandurah team, we can quickly go through it. as we know, they struggled at the start of the season, but not having, you yourself there, the other important Michael Dupree coming in. Michael knows the league as well, a former Willerton Tiger. I know Michael very well. Matt Kenyon as well, who's playing for the Adelaide 36ers. He's got a few teammates here as well at Rockingham. Ryan Blanchett's come over from the championship, or the defending champions in the Redbacks. Lockie Bertram, like what can we say about Lockie? He's leading the league in score. Team in scoring. My bad. 23 points a game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. And I guess a couple of years ago, this Mandurah side won a championship, and they really wanted to get back there. And then also, I think, sorry, I didn't mention Jock Perry, but Jock, a big guy, as you would know, you've been training with him. He is a big guy, and I feel like this is a great starting five, a great side you guys have. I know you've only played a few games, but are you enjoying kind of playing with these guys?
Yeah, definitely. It's been good playing with these guys, and it's really we're really starting to like gel a lot more. The first few games are just always hard because I was coming straight from Sweden. I had played a game 7 a week before I had played
Wow.
here my first game, so it was an adjustment for the first, I would say, first really 3-4 games. And, last game I kind of started feeling a little bit more comfortable and more understanding more of like what our team does, and like the concepts and our values and stuff like that. So, it's been good, and I've been enjoying playing with these guys. They're obviously great players and also great people too. So it's been good.
Yeah. Well, looks like you've been doing pretty well, man, especially for your first few games. 21 points a game, 5 rebounds or 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists a game. For people that haven't seen you, Mike, what can you kind of talk to us or tell us about your game, and what do you love about your game, I guess?
I mean, I would describe my game as, I'm a scorer, but I can do a lot of things. I can rebound. I can run a team. I can shoot the ball very well, and I just go out and play as hard as I can for my team to win every game. And when you see me, you always see me trying to win the game and doing whatever it takes. So
Mm.
that's just the type of player I am.
Yeah, well, you've had some, tough games to start off the season. And first off, you had to verse the defending champions in the Geraldton Buccaneers. I forgot, was that at home or away? Oh no, that was at
Yeah,
home, I think.
that was my first game. It was a away game.
Yeah,
We
right
played
game.
one
Yeah,
time.
so
Yeah,
you had to play in Geraldton, and it's a tough place to get a win. And still, what did you think about playing in Geraldton, because it is a small town? It's I would say maybe like Mandurah in a way, being a small kind of town outside of Perth, but there, 4 hours away would have been a long journey for your first time.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
definitely.
Well, what did you think about that first road trip for you, or going all the way to Geraldton for your first game, especially?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to play in an atmosphere like that, especially first game, because
Mm,
in Sweden I've been playing in playoff games, so it was always like a big atmosphere, and obviously like it's different gym sizes and all that
mm,
stuff, just from different levels of the league and stuff like that. But it was a great atmosphere for my first game to be introduced to the league, and you know I was still adjusting because I had just got off the plane not too long before that. But it was a good way to kind of introduce myself to the league, and that their fans are like they're loud, they go hard, and
yeah.
they're a tough team to play, especially there too. So yeah, it
Mm.
was it was it was good. It was good to play, go up there and play.
Yeah, well, you got the win, 97-87, which is very hard to do. I know they've lost a couple games this season at home, but it's rare in the past that they've gone years without losing at home. So
Mm.
it's a big thing to beat them at home. It's such a tough place to play, and yeah, they have a championship caliber team. They have for years. So yeah, that was definitely a huge win, especially your first game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess, what do you think of some of the maybe differences that you've encountered, I guess, with playing in Europe, in Sweden, and then coming straight over to Australia? Have you seen many differences? I know that the refereeing is quite different. That's what a lot of imports talk about when they come here.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, here I feel like the refereeing is like, as far as foul calls, they're more. they call a lot more fouls. I would say in Europe, I was games where there was games in a row that I didn't get foul calls or even go to the free throw line. So coming here, I was
Ah,
like, okay, like they tend to call the fouls when they're obvious, and obviously, like not every referee is perfect, so it's gonna be times where they miss calls and stuff like that. But you know, I would say physically, I wouldn't say it's as physical as Europe, but I would say like there are guys that are, like bigger, even though they might not have the height, they have like the size and stuff like that. That's what I've noticed here too. And
mm,
it is very fast paced. I played on a fast team in Europe, but Europe overall is a lot slower, more set. But here is like
mm,
people like to get out in transition and really push the ball and get a good look early, and that was something that I kind of liked when I was watching before I got here too. So
mm. Well, your head coach, Mark Utley, everyone knows he's a very serious guy, but he's a very funny man.
yeah.
And yeah, I guess how are you adjusting with him? I guess it's always tough to with new coaches, and especially coming, as you mentioned, from a finals series and then straight over to Australia, first game into it, like your first week. But Mark is a great coach. He's one of the best we have in Western Australia. And what do you like about playing for Mark Utley so far?
Yeah, and I got connected with him through my old assistant coach from college too that played for him. So that was already a great start to like, just talking to him, having a good relationship with him. And
Mm,
like he's the same guy that I talked to on the phone the first time and to the last time I just talked to him. Like it's the same guy. So it's been good to have him as a coach, and he's really really trying to help me like, you know, get more adjusted and get more comfortable as I've been
mm,
here, and just encouraging me, and just make sure I'm on the right path to help this team be successful.
mm. Can I ask you who your assistant coach was at college?
It was Taylor Land.
Shadowland, yeah, Shadowland played a long time here in
Yeah,
Australia, played in the
yeah,
league, in the SBL at the time. So
yeah,
that's interesting. I actually didn't know what he was up to. I knew he was here for a while after his career. So yeah, that's interesting. It's always
yeah,
cool to have a bit of a connection with the league.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, well, I want to ask you, I guess Lockie Bertram is a tremendous player. I guess you being a scorer, him being a scorer. I guess I actually haven't seen one of your games yet, but how's it playing with someone like Lockie?
Yeah, he is definitely a great scorer, and for a guy his height, like to be able to score the ball and make the plays he makes is amazing. But and we kind of mesh really well because obviously he's a guard. I'm more of a forward, but I
Yeah.
play on the wing and stuff like that. So like our games kind of go together as far as scoring and stuff like that because we always look for the one more, especially if he's going. I'm looking for him. If I'm going, he's looking for me, and you know having that dynamic on the court with Michael Dupree and Matt and Jock like that, like all of us can go score 20 at one point or another in during the game, and all of a sudden all of us end up with 15 to 25 points each or something like that. So like that's just a great thing to have on a team. So yeah, like
Mm.
but Lockie is definitely special.
Mm. And as you mentioned, Matt Kenyon as well. Matt playing in the highest level here in Australia in the NBL. In the NBL, he's more of a come off the bench defensive guy. But I feel like in this league, he's definitely putting up some points. But as well, I guess he doesn't need to. He's got you, Mike Dupree, even Jock will put up some points, like we
Mm.
mentioned, and also we know what Lockie can do. But yeah, can you see the difference in maybe level of maybe Australia's top league that maybe since actually training with Matt.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and also he's a great defender, and also like he gets to the basket at will. Like, if whenever he gets to the paint, like probably the easiest I've ever seen somebody. And he also has a lot of size too, which also helps with his defense. So having that type of guy on the floor with you is good to have.
Mm. And as well, I won't go through everyone, but as well, someone like Michael Dupree, have you kind of spoke to him maybe about the league? Does he, I guess, help you out? He's a real good guy. Had him on the show, multiple times. Yeah, and as well, another American on the court
Yeah.
with you as well. So it must make you feel at least a little bit, at home, maybe, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. And we also live together too, so it's
Mm,
also good. Like I met him first day I was here, and we gel since then. And you know, like he's been helping me out a lot with just adjusting to how everybody plays in the league and what the refs will call, what type of how teams play, how the offense are played, and just really giving me pointers of how to really adjust and be successful in this league. And having somebody like that that's also had a lot of success in the league to kind of mentor me to you know play well and help this team is
mm.
it's been great.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Mike, man. Mike's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
great guy. We love Mike
yeah,
around the league. So I'm super excited to have him back as well because as well, great person off the court, great player. He did some big things for Willerton as well. So it's great that he's back from Brazil and all
mhm,
around the world. But yeah, we can go to the games, and I just want to ask you for first off, you had a tough loss on the weekend against the Suns, and the Suns have been
yeah.
really good this season. And what did you think of the 17-year-old? I don't like to say phenom, but he is definitely a crazy player at the moment. At 17, he's represented WA, Western Australia.
Mhm.
And yeah, Marley Sam, I guess, 38 points against you guys. Yeah, I guess, have you ever seen a 17-year-old kind of do that in a men's league?
Yeah, like that. Like, I mean, I heard about him just like before we played him, like because obviously we do like scouting and stuff like that. So I was interested to see like how he was, and he really impressed me at how he played, and I feel like he's gonna be a good player, uh, when he gets older and as he progresses through just the years, because he's still very young and can develop even more, get bigger as far as strength
Mm,
and also grow too. So it already being that talented at that age, is really good, and be able to show it against grown professionals too is amazing. So yeah,
mm,
he definitely impressed me a lot this
mm.
weekend.
Yeah, very high ceiling for
Yeah,
him. So yeah, he's definitely on the come up for the league, and yeah, he was Player of the Week this week also. Yeah, we'll go to the first games for round 8 in the NBL1 West quickly. And I think you've seen Coburn once so far this
yeah,
season. The Coburn Cougars, they got the win over the East Perth Eagles, 107-94, and Johnny Narkle 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. A guy who's playing in the NBL as well, Michael. So yeah, he was playing for the Illawarra Hawks and came over from the Geraldton Buccaneers and to help out the Cougars. Very big signing. And also Rowan McKenzie, 25 points, 3 rebounds. Akeem Springs, a late signing as well, 16 points and 5 assists. Yeah, Bradshaw, only the 13 minutes. He has had some lingering injuries, but 5 points, 9 rebounds. So a very big win for the Cougars. David Aquera, 27.6 rebounds. Joan Antonio with 18 and 6, and also 6 assists. And then Nick Philpo with 8 points. Lee Roberts as well, 19 points, 3 rebounds. Still doing it at the ripe age of 39 as well. So shout out to Lee. And then also the Perth Redbacks going down to the Lakeside Lightning, 99-93. Big game for Sean Conway. Their import, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He's kind of a guy that's flown under the radar, and you don't really see a lot of hype about him. 20 points a game, 7 rebounds. Yeah, unlucky to lose that one, but he did everything he could. And then Marty Nelson, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Lockie Phillips as well, 15 and 8. And then also for Lakeside, it was Michael Iraman. I always ruin his name. Imaragby, 27 points, 8 rebounds. I apologize to Mike as well for that one. And then also Josh Davey, chairman of the boards, as we like to call him. Well, he's the new chairman of the boards, really. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. And Sun with 14 points also. So some big games there. And then also on Friday, the Senators getting 116-108 win. And this was a really, really good game. I actually got up there and watched this one. Isaiah Moses was big. He couldn't really miss around the rim, and he's a great player. I love this guy. 30 points, 4 rebounds. Great to watch. And then Browder as well with 14 points. And then Dow as well off the bench with 13 points. And then for Warwick, Will Cheddar, 31 points, 8 rebounds. Marshawn Blackman as well, 27 and 7. Billy McRae, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And I don't know if you know much about Will Cheddar. I don't know if you're watching the NCAA Final Four and the championship, but coming over from Michigan, and yeah, that's a huge signing to get someone who's a national champion, especially from
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you've seen much of his game. I guess you're still really new to the league,
Yeah,
but
I was just still so new. I mean, I think it was one day we just watched a couple of games, and yeah, he's on the Warwick, and I think they're playing East Perth or
mm,
something like that. Yeah, I think well, yeah, we watched a couple of that games. So he was, I think he had a quick like 7 or 9 points
yeah,
in that game or something like that. So
yeah.
I've seen a little bit of him. So
Yeah, so I was commentating that game. He had 19 points in the first quarter. So
mm,
yeah, he's been crazy. They went on to actually lose that one, but another guy, Marshawn Blackman, he's another guy to watch out for. He puts up some big numbers. One of my favorites for MVP this year. 26 points and 8 rebounds a game. So yeah, that's a big duo. But yeah, they get the win as well. Well needed win for them. And then on Saturday, the Joondalup Wolves getting a massive win against the Goldfields Giants, 96 to 67, and this one Sharif Black leading scoring for the Joondalup Wolves, 19 points, 2 rebounds. CJ Turnage with a triple double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. Caleb Davis as well with 12 and 11. Damon Ballantyne with 12 points and 6 rebounds. And then for the Goldfields Giants, Josh Duach with 28 points, 10 rebounds. Sam Vincent with 11 points and Michael Jock with 11. Danny Pippen actually, as we had him on the show last week, didn't actually play, so hopefully he's all right. I actually haven't heard anything. But yeah, maybe an injury at training this week. So hopefully they get him back. Don't know how bad it is. Hopefully I can find something out this week. But then as well on Saturday, a doubleheader for both teams, the Coburn Cougars and the Warwick Senators. 112 to 85 win for the Cougars. Will Cheddar again, a big round, 33 points, 9 rebounds. Marshawn Blackman with the 16 points in this one. And then Trey Sandon as well, the young man, with 11 points. Someone to watch out for as well. Then for the Coburn Cougars, Rowan McKenzie, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Joseph Bradshaw playing a lot more this game. He must be feeling better, 22 and 7 for him. Akeem Springs as well, 16 points. Only the 9 points for Johnny Narco in 17 minutes. But I guess, those big three guys, Rowan, Bradshaw, and Akeem Springs having some big games. So Johnny might have been able to have a bit of a rest from his double header. And then for the Gelton Buccaneers, they got the win against the Slammers, 93 to 58. The new import for the Gelton Buccaneers, Norman with 20 points, 5 rebounds. Cooper Creek as well, a double-double, 17 and 13. Verl Williams with 16 points. Liam Hunt, 14 and 11 in this one. Devondrick just coming off the bench with 8 points. I think he's actually struggled with a bit of injury for the start of the season, so just taking it easy in that one. And then also for the Southwest Slammers, it was Gerberwet with 12 points, 3 rebounds. Devin Craig with 10 points also. And then last game, oh no, not last game for Saturday. We got 2 more, but we'll go to yours actually for this one. Eastern Suns getting the win against the Mandurah Magic, 100 to 97. What do you think about the competition though? I guess so far from all your games, what do you think about the competition? As I said, there's up and coming young guys like Marley Sam. You've got NBL guys like Matt Kenyon, Isaac White, and others. Yeah, do you feel like it's a pretty competitive league so far?
yeah, definitely. It's definitely an arrangement of guys that have played in different leagues or at different levels in their basketball career, and just seeing the spread of talent in the league is and just through my first 4 games is really interesting. It's and the competition is great, and and the battles are great also with every team. So you know
Mm.
especially this weekend, it was a battle throughout the whole game, even though we didn't pull it out. But it was definitely you know it was definitely this weekend was definitely a show of how talented the league is.
Mm. Yeah, well, Suns are doing very well this season. Marley Sam, as we said, 17-year-old, 37.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Taranda Smith as well with 18.6 rebounds. And then Travis Fee, I think this was his first game. No, it wasn't his first game. He's actually come back for 2 games, my bad. But coming over from Willerton last year, Very big signing to get him back after he was in Europe, I think, if I'm correct. 13 points, 5 rebounds for him. And then for your guys, yourself, Mike, 30 points, 5 rebounds, very big game. Lockie Birchall with 19 and 9. Jock Perry, 18 and 8. Mike Dupree as well with 15 and 5. Ryan Blanchett with a double-double, 15 and 11. I guess that's a huge thing, all your starting five in double digits.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I mean, also we were missing Matt Kenyon this weekend.
Yeah.
He's just recovering from a small injury, but just our starting five was very strong this weekend. It was just a lot of just simple things on defense that we could clean up, and just overall things that we could do a lot better. And again, this is our first game, fourth game of us all playing together. So it's still new, and it is unfortunate that we came into the situation where a lot of us came in late, and we didn't start the season so well. So we're just trying to get on track as fast as we can, so we can keep our playoff hopes alive.
Mm. Well, it's a team that not to sleep on you guys. We never sleep on Mandurah, but since having you in, you got Lockie and Jock there. They were holding the fort down, and then even bringing Mike Dupree back, which is huge. Having an import that kind of still knows the league as well, and then also, as we know, Matt Kenyon, which was huge. So yeah, a very exciting team. I'm excited to see how you guys grow and come together. And then. Yeah, Williston Tigers going down to the Rockingham Flames, 115 to 100. Very big win for the Flames. They've been doing really well. Damien Scott with 11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Tayshaun Cherry just 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then Bryce Johnson also with 9 points. But off the bench, it was Lockie Burnett as well, 11 points for him. Alexander Edwards, he's averaging 6 points a game. I think he had 13 points in this one. And Gashaw as well with 12.6 rebounds. So 5, 6 guys in double digits for them, and some of their young guys as well with double digits, which is great to see. And then also Isaac White, 27 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Michael Harris with 19 and 7. Blake Jones as well, 16 and 7. Tevin Jackson, 14 and 3. And Emmett Nah with a double-double, 11 points, 10 assists. And Travis Dernan as well with 11 points. That's going to be an interesting game as well, because I think we've already seen the Flames take on your team, Mandurah, but you were away. But I feel like with a full roster, because Rocco had the win, I feel like with a full roster with you guys, that's going to be a really good clash. As Mandurah and Rockingham being kind of close together is kind of a derby, we call it, like a rivalry game. So that's going to be exciting, and especially Matt Kenyon playing against his NBL teammates in Isaac White, Michael Harris, and Blake Jones. That's going to be a really exciting one, and maybe one that you guys can circle.
Yeah, definitely. That was the game after I had lost my last game in Sweden, so I was able to watch that game, and that game was very 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 interesting to watch, and they were hot from the beginning. Rockingham was, and I feel like if our whole team was there, it'll probably be an even closer game. So that'll be a game I would be looking forward to playing.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for that one. And then also Rocco on Sunday at Mike Barnett Sports Complex at home, 110 to 107 win against the Giants. That's a really good one for the Giants. And then also going into OT, so that's huge for the Giants on a Sunday to take the Flames to overtime. Isaac White, 36 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Big weekend for Isaac. And then Michael Harris, 23 and 5. Tevin Jackson with 13 and 10. And Mark Burkholder off the bench with 20 points. And then for the Goldfields Giants, Josh Duarte, huge game for him, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. And then also Lino Manholm as well, 26 points, 17 rebounds. That's his biggest game this season. Sam Vincent as well, 16 and 8. As well, they were still missing Danny Pippen as well. So that's huge to go down by 3 points to the Flames. So I guess they should keep their heads up high for that one. And unlucky loss in round 8 for the Goldfields Giants. But that's all the games for round 8. And before we go into round 9, Michael, let's talk about maybe your background. You growing up, I know you're from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and just showing a little bit of knowledge of maybe celebrities that are from Virginia Beach. I know Pusha T's from Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
know hip-hop. Pharrell Williams
yeah.
from Virginia Beach. And yeah, as well, I think it's Timberland maybe.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
all they
Missy
all grew up.
Elliott, lot of
Missy,
those, lot of those people from my area and all that stuff. So yeah, and then
yes,
like my area, well, we call it the seven cities. So 757. We our area is very we represent our area very well. So and we
yeah,
also have like Allen Iverson,
yeah,
Michael Vick, and
yeah,
it's a lot of different athletes that have came out of the seven cities too. So it's like being I wasn't born there, but moving there, I was young, so I was around like 7 years old. I moved from Hackensack, New Jersey, down to Virginia Beach, and then
mm,
just growing up there, and then having that type of having those type of people come out and seeing all the athletes come out of my area has been great, and that kind of helped me build up, you know, just myself as an athlete, and just wanting to be one of the greater people that came out of the area being a basketball player, and you know and yeah, I mean it's been great, and I know a lot of some I know some people that have played in Australia as well. I'm not sure which division, but have played in NBL1 and
mm.
NBL actually, that are from my area as well too. So it's cool to come from an area with a lot of athletic heritage.
Mm. Yeah, I've heard from everything I've heard, especially, a great place to come from. But yeah, I didn't actually see you're from New Jersey, which is interesting to learn. But
Yeah,
New Jersey, I guess would you say it's a kind of really different places to be or to go from New
yeah, yeah,
Jersey,
yeah,
um,
definitely.
you know, to Virginia Beach?
Yeah, definitely. I would say like New Jersey, it's part of I was in was Northern Jersey, so it was basically the city, and we were,
Yeah.
I think, 15. We were like 15 minutes away from New York City, like the middle of the city. So,
Mm,
and going from there to Virginia Beach was just, it's more beachy area and more rural. So going from there to Virginia Beach, it was a different change. But then again, I think I was young enough to like not have that see enough of a difference to be like, oh, okay, it's so different or something like that. So
mm,
just having that. My older brother was older, so he grew up in New Jersey, and then moving down to Virginia Beach probably more of an adjustment for him than it was for me.
mm. Well, I guess I always like to ask, imports and also my guests. Yeah, how did you kind of get into basketball? Was it an early thing, late thing? Was it in New Jersey? Was it in Virginia Beach? But how did you kind of pick up the basketball?
I mean, I got a ball put in my hand at a young age, so around 3 years old, and that mainly came from because my brother was playing. Again,
Mm,
my dad was like coaching them on some of his teams coming up, so I just had the ball put in my hand really early, and you know, ever since then, I was always at my brother's practices, dribbling the ball, shooting the ball on the side, or doing stuff like that, and then I got when he started going to training, I started going to training. So I kind of got a early start to it, I would say. So
mm.
basketball has been ingrained in me for I would say all my life. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I guess yeah that you had the ball put in your hands pretty early. And as well, I guess let's talk about your collegiate career. And I think it was you went to colleges, especially in Virginia, but you went to a
yes,
couple colleges,
yes,
JMU, and then also going, my bad, to Longwood as well. So a
yes.
couple colleges. Talk about kind of that process and I guess leaving. I know Virginia, I guess still, but leaving your hometown, where you were living to kind of go to college, which is, I guess, a huge moment for any teenager.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it did help being in the same state. Even though I mean Virginia is pretty big, even though even though it's not too far, but you know, going to a different part of Virginia, I would say it was an adjustment, and you know that helped me kind of grow, grow into an adult, and
Mm,
just figure out my way, and also just transferring schools as well. That was a different process than what it was in high school because I was just older. like older individual at that point. I was 20 years old when I was making that decision compared to when I
Mm,
was 17, turning 18, making my first college decision. And it was those things that you go through in college. They kind of form you and help you go through life as an adult. So um, yeah,
mm.
just being on your own in college, it does help you for the better and changes you for the good.
Mm. I guess maybe I actually haven't really asked many people because I interview a lot of people, a lot of college players who have transferred. Can you? I've actually never asked the question. I understand the process, but how's that process of transferring from one college to the other? Is it a really hard kind of process? I guess because it's with your schoolwork and everything like that. I guess you have to you know, I guess schools have to transfer, maybe go on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand the basketball side of it, but even the academic side, I think, would be pretty interesting. And was there any reason why you decided to actually transfer?
Yeah, I mean, I my first year of college was 2019, 2020. So
Yeah.
after that year, that was when COVID happened, and
Mm,
so and my coach ended up getting fired after my freshman year. So I ended up staying still through COVID and stuff like that. The head coach that came in was a good coach, and I decided to stay and then stayed through that year, and then just ultimately decided to go to another school and just test the waters. And going through that process is more just you know it's really trying to understand, like, okay, what place is gonna fit me, what places it is gonna like help me transfer my credits as well for school
mm,
to be able to graduate on time. And just it I would say it's difficult if you don't have help, but if you
okay.
have the right guidance and people around you to kind of help you through the process, it's not as hard, I would say. So
Mm,
yeah, like my decision was easier too, because I had also the other coaches I was talking to, I had already had relationships with in the
mm,
past from my like with them recruiting me in high school. And so it even though I couldn't even go on like actual official visits at that time because it was still COVID restrictions and
ah,
stuff like that.
mhm,
So it was just more on phone, virtual. And so but having relationships with the coaches really helped me make a decision, and ultimately I made the decision to go to Longwood. And you know yeah, ever since then I've stayed there for 4 years, uh,
mm,
and got my master's, and it ended up being a great decision for me and for my
mm.
career.
What I just thought of this question in my head. For you, where was the academic like how important was the academic side? Because I know, I guess a lot of people go to college, they a lot of people might just do it for the basketball side, but were you pretty academic and really wanted to get like a bachelor's or like you said, a degree in your specialty?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I knew I wanted to graduate, and you know, obviously, when you first go in, you never know, like with like NBA stuff, because I mean, I was kind of highly touted in high school, but obviously, you never know in any situation. And
Mm,
once you start to realize, oh, okay, like I should, I have a lot of developing to do, and staying for 4 years in college and graduating is like probably the best thing to do. And then try to pursue your dreams of playing basketball was an idea like that. That was my main focus. I always wanted to finish school no matter what,
mm,
anyways.
mm,
So just picking the right degree and field that I wanted to go in was important to me. And then also when I found out I had an opportunity to get a master's degree, I definitely jumped on that opportunity. And you know it after basketball, the ball doesn't keep bouncing forever. So after basketball,
mhm,
I have something that I can lean my hat on and just be able to do after I'm done playing. So
mm. What was your master's in? Did you mention it? Maybe I was.
master's is business administration with
Yeah,
a
cool.
with a certificate in real estate finance.
Cool. In real estate. Yes,
Yeah,
that's really good.
yeah,
I wish I got into real estate. I think a lot of people do. I actually really do. Um, so no, that's cool. As well, yeah. And then you finished your college career, and then as you mentioned, yeah, as you would have had eligibility due to COVID. Actually, I want to quickly ask. I've seen, documentaries on it. I forgot what the documentary was called. It was about that JUCO. I don't know if on Netflix. It was that JUCO school.
Last chance you
Yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah,
that's it. And I saw them kind of going through it. Was that kind
yeah,
of the same? If you've seen that, like that, the like anger and the stress of being told that we can't play basketball. That's it.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, well, part of the thing is our season had ended right before everything got shut down
Oh.
in the country. So,
Hmm.
like, I think we lost in the first or second round of in my freshman year of our conference tournament,
Ah.
and
Hmm.
then I went home because it was still spring break, and then they told us not to come back after spring break, and then it was just like, oh, like I can't even go back to school and be with my friends and all the people and finish the school year at school, and also we're at home for the rest of the time in summer. So it was it was jarring, a jarring experience, and me having I had to go back to get my stuff from the dorm. I think a month later. There's
Uh-huh.
you need to clean out your stuff within this week, and then nobody. And then if you don't clean this out, then your basically stuff is gonna get thrown away or something like that.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. So like having that experience was definitely different and something I never thought would go through in my life. But having that experience also was just like, oh, okay, like things can change very quickly.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. And then as well as I was about to say, I just thought of that question as well. But yeah, going on to playing in Sweden, and when you got that that signing or that kind of call to go and play in Sweden, how I guess were you excited to get that call?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always wanted to play professional, either NBA or overseas, and you know, getting that contract and getting those calls was like a great thing for me, and it gave me relief because I got my contract pretty early compared to a lot of other people, and
Mm.
just not having to stress while during the summer about, oh, am I gonna get called, am I gonna get signed, like, oh my god, where am I gonna go, am I gonna go to a good situation, and not having to worry about that, and just, okay, I have my place, okay, just get
Yeah.
prepared for it. And it was a great feeling to not have stress, I would say. So it was excitement and also a stress relief when I was able to sign that contract.
Hmm. Well, a very strong first contract for you, 16.6 rebounds, just over an assist a game. How did you feel like you did in your first year of professional basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely learned a lot of how life is as a professional, because the season is a long time, because it we started, the first game was at the end of September, and we went
Yeah.
all the way till April, and I've never played that long before on one team, I would say. So
Mm.
yeah, I mean, and
Yeah.
also just being in a different country, uh, people don't speak the same language as you. Even though like Swedish people do know English and speak English, it was still different because you're looking at signs that you don't know
Yeah.
or know what it says. And I mean, my first week it was really hard because I just didn't. I was just so kind of like, I wouldn't say shell shocked, but it was just like crazy to see, like, oh, okay, I have to live here for another 9 months and get used to it. But I mean, I did adjust pretty quickly to it even after that experience. And I also had a great team and great people in the town as well that just helped me out through the whole process. And it was great. I mean, I have nothing bad to say at all about Sweden and my time there. And my
Mm.
team was a good team. We finished first in the league, and that's never happened in that club's history. So
Wow.
I mean, it like my experience was great, and I also learned so much through basketball, just the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and
Mm.
just not get too high or too low at any point in time. And you know, if bad things happen, it's not gonna last for long. Just keep working and never get discouraged, and always have confidence in yourself. And yeah, just learned so much through that process.
Yeah, definitely. And then yeah, you signed here, and I guess very excited when I heard you signed I was very excited to see you as well mixing with Michael Dupree, Jock Perry, and as we said, all the guys. So hopefully a lot more to come from you guys. And I know you're going to pick up on that win situation of those 2 wins. I know we're going to see a lot more. We're
Yeah,
going to see a lot
definitely.
more. And I know at the moment it's tough. You're in 13th position, but you're a team I guarantee you will not be in 13th position for a
Yeah.
long time. And I know that's the goal because there's still a chance for you guys to get to finals. So I'm hoping that can be done. But we'll go to the games for round 9 just very quickly. And like I said, I'll give my tips, but I know you're very new to the league, so if you don't want to tip, that's no worries at all. But first off, Friday, May 22nd at 8:30, the Joondalup Wolves taking on the Willetton Tigers. And Arena Joondalup, Joondalup is a tough place to play, but the Willetton Tigers, they're one of the best teams this season, sitting in second position, 8-2. The Wolves are fifth, 6-3. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the Tigers. I was about to say Wolves. I'm going to go with the Tigers. Going to go with them in this one. I think they're going to get the win against Joondalup. I don't know if you have seen both these teams, Mike.
I know Williston was at the top of the standings
Hmm.
not too long ago. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's it. I mean I think also that they beat Mandurah before I was here, like on
Hmm.
I think by like 4 or something. It was a tight game, and I
Yeah.
saw a little bit of the game, and they seemed like a great team.
Yeah. And then I've got next up, Bendigo Basketball Centre, the Perry Lakes Hawks taking on the East Perth Eagles. Perry Lakes have been a team that kind of in the same boat with you guys. They didn't have, their full squad at the start of the season, but now they have, and they've started to pick up a couple more wins. And then East Perth, they're a dominant team. I don't even think they had Lat May in their last game. He's been out with a few injuries. And for that reason, I might go with the Perry Lakes Hawks. They did a really good job against Warwick, and I'm just going out on a limb on this one. I think East Perth are sitting high on the ladder. I think they're a better team, but Jack Browder's come in, Isaiah Moses has come in. And you have Cam Huffner as well, who plays for the Wildcats in the NBL. They've got a great side, so I'm going to go with Perry Lakes. Don't know if you want to mention anything or if you know anyone from these teams.
No, yeah, not really.
No, that's all good. And then we've got the Mandurah Magic taking on the Perth Redbacks at Mandurah Aquatic and Rec Centre. Perth have done, I think, a lot better than I thought. Really, no disrespect to them. Isaac Etta had a huge game in the Goldfields. I think it was about 37 around that. Sorry, my bad. 35 points or something like that for him. He's a guy that came over here, didn't have a contract. He literally came to Australia, didn't have a contract, tried to get a contract, and he did. And he's been playing really well. Sean Conway had a big game on the weekend as well, 31 points for him. And Marshall Nelson as well. They've got a really good team. I've got Mandurah, though. I've got Mandurah. I think you guys can definitely get this win. I don't think they have anyone to really match up with Jock Perry right now. So that's my big focal point for this game. And I feel like you guys have a lot more scoring power as well. So this should definitely be a win at home for you guys. I don't know, you won't know much about Perth, but this week you're going to get to training and you'll know a lot more. But what do you guys think you have to do to get the win this weekend?
I mean, yeah, just like I said about the last game, just make sure we're playing defense. Like defensively, like we can be a great team, and already offensively, we have the firepower to be score with any team. Just defensively, we can definitely be a lot better, and just just if we
Yeah.
lock in on that, I think to be honest, any game, if we're locked in on defense and getting those stops that we need to, then it's gonna be hard to beat us.
Mm. And then, so that's going to be a really exciting game at your place as well. You've played at home, I say a couple times already. I love Mandurah. I love going to Mandurah games. I said this earlier in the season. I have family that live in Mandurah, even though I live close to the city. And when I'm down there, I love coming to the games. Everyone's so nice, so welcoming. And have you kind of had that experience? I guess the community have they welcomed you into Mandurah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the community is very nice, and I sometimes I just walk around, go to a store, and like somebody that watches the games or something comes up to me and say, "Oh, like like you play well or you're a great person or just something like that or just says something like positive and it's just great to have that type of community around you and especially like the youth that we have there is like they're all into the games and they come up and just want to shake your hand or high five you and it helps you have a great energy all the time and it really helps us get going at home too.
Yeah, shout out to the Mandurah Magic and all the Wobble kids, all the domestic kids, and all the fans there in Mandurah. So yeah, shout out to them. And then on Saturday at 7 p.m. we've got the Southwest Slammers and Lakeside. Southwest have struggled this year, sitting bottom of the ladder. I don't think this game is impossible for them to win. I don't think any game is impossible for them to win. But it's at home for them. Definitely they can get this win against Lakeside. They've been very iffy this season, up and down, but they've got some strong players. So I'm going to go for Lakeside in this one. I don't think I'll leave. I don't know if you've seen either of them, so I'll leave that with me there. And then East Perth Eagles taking on the Joondalup Wolves, 7 p.m. Morley Sport and Rec Centre. This is a tough one and a very interesting one. A double header for the Wolves as well. So I think I'm gonna go. Oh, sorry, and for the East Perth Eagles. So I guess it really depends on how they, kind of feel the next day after that game on Friday. But
Yeah.
East Perth, I think they'll get the win in this one. And then for the Perth Redbacks taking on Gero at 7 p.m. Belmont Oasis and Leisure Centre. I can't go against Gero. I apologise to Perth Redbacks as well. They've got a double header. They've got you guys. So if you beat them up and play a long 40 minutes with them, I think they'll be pretty worn out.
Yeah.
But yeah, a very very good young team as well. So that's going to be a really good game. But I think Geraldton will want that win. And then the Coburn Cougars taking on the Hawks. Tough one. I went for the Hawks before, but I'm going to go for Coburn at home, 7:30 p.m. Check that one out. And then also the Goldfields Giants taking on the Suns at Evolution Mining Stadium. The only reason I'm going to go for the Suns is because I'm not sure about Danny Pippen. So I'm going to go with the Suns on this one. I don't know if you've seen the Goldfields, Mike. But,
No, I haven't.
No. But you did see the Suns on the weekend. So
Yeah.
if Marley Sam has a huge game, then maybe they can get the win. But I'm going to go for them, especially with that Goldfields import, Danny Pippen. And then also last game on Saturday, Rockingham Flames and the Warwick Senators. Senators haven't been at their best, but they've had a few injuries this season. And we know Will Cheddar's doing his thing with Mike Dupree. My bad. See, I'll cut this out anyway. It's wrong here. But yeah, they're doing their thing this year. So, but I can't go against Rockingham. They actually met a couple of weeks ago, and Rocco had the win. This is tough though. That's going to be a really really good game. If they had their full squad back, I would really lean to the Senators. But the Flames have been tremendous this season. We've got NBL talent everywhere. So yeah, I can't really go against the Flames. And Marshawn Blackman is my guy. I know he watches the show every week, so I apologise to Marshawn. And I'd love to see him get the win though. And then also last game of the week on Sunday, Geraldton Buccaneers taking on the Lakeside Lightning, 2 p.m. At Lakeside. I rarely go against Gero. A long weekend, a big travel as you went to Geraldton. It's a 4-hour trip on the bus. Play on Saturday, then play on Sunday morning, Sunday mid-afternoon, which is huge. But I'm going to go with the Buccaneers on this one. And that's all the games for round 9 in the NBL1 West and for the show. But Michael, before you go, I guess, do you have any, goals for your season this year? Is there anything you kind of want to achieve, I guess, personal and also maybe as a team?
Personally, I just wanted to get better as a professional and just better as an overall player and get some more experience in different styles of play, different leagues, and and then I would say for a team, obviously, like to go to the championship and win the championship. That's why I go for every team, to be honest, because I feel like everywhere I've gone, I've been on winning teams or have won. So like that's always my goal.
Well, you guys can make a run for it. So, got to get some wins pretty soon and get them together. But you guys can definitely get it done with the team that the front office has got done. It's put together for you guys. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Michael, I really appreciate your time. It was great to have a chat with you, and welcome to the league. Welcome to Western Australia, and we're very excited to have you. So, thank you so much for coming on the show this week.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me.
No worries. And for the guests watching, listening, thank you so much for tuning in this week. But that's it for NBL1 West on Fast Break here. As I always say, download the NBL1 app. You can check out all the news, the games, video standings, everything. And then also check out my sponsors also. And if you're not watching this on YouTube, if you're listening, you got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be lots of reels and more stuff coming very soon from myself. But we'll see you next week to talk more NBL1 West.